Normally, I post videos that are meant for people who already don't trust the news. This video is for the other kind of people. I want those who believe in the system to watch this video. If you are happy to pay your taxes and you think that everybody who is questioning what we're told on television is insane, I want you to listen to what I have to say and think about what I'm going to show you. In this video, I won't connect a lot of dots. All I do is pointing out a fundamental flaw in the story that NASA presents to us. And this flaw is so major that I believe that even you will be convinced that NASA never left the atmosphere. You don't need any previous knowledge to understand what I say here. I use simple mechanical terms and explain in a way that everyone can understand. What I ask is that you give me a few minutes of your time, let me present my case, and just consider what you learned here. NASA is a United States government agency that is in charge of research in outer space. This agency is one of the most funded organizations in the world. Its budget for 2021 is $23.3 billion. According to NASA, these are the components of a space shuttle. 2 solid rocket boosters that launch the space shuttle to outer space, an external tank that contains the fuel needed for the operation, and an orbiter, the part that actually travels in outer space, or so we're told. The control systems are placed in the orbiter. These systems are the computers that are in charge of operating the orbiter. They are used for tasks like navigating the orbiter and communicating with NASA's base of operations. When a shuttle is launched to outer space, it needs to leave Earth's atmosphere. The exosphere is the outermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere, and it reaches as far as 10,000 kilometers above ground. After leaving the exosphere, the shuttle reaches outer space, where the physical conditions are different than on Earth. Microgravity is the condition that makes astronauts float in space. This is due to the fact that gravity in outer space is only a tiny fraction of the gravity we feel on Earth. So for us it feels like there's no gravity at all. Once again, I'm only quoting NASA. I got this information on their official website. So put a pin on these 2 subjects I just talked about, the orbiter and gravity in space. We will get back to them. Now let me explain a new subject. Quartz is a mineral used in clocks to be able to tell the time. It needs the pressure from Earth in combination with voltage power to vibrate. The quartz is cut in a certain way in order to produce precisely the number of vibrations needed to count specific time units. This mineral is crucial for the clock mechanism and has been in use for decades to make watches. Now let me explain how computers work. A computer understands only binary language, either yes or no, 1 or 0. Every 1 or 0 is called a bit. Anything more complex than bits that is used by computers is translation for human readability using different hardware and software components. The bits are transmitted by a computer using electrical pulses. High voltage pulse means 1, low voltage pulse means 0. Every computer has a hardware clock component. The computer sends a pulse with every clock cycle. If a computer has a 1 kHz processor, it produces 1000 cycles per second. That means that the computer is able to transmit 1000 bits per second. Now I don't know much about no fancy spaceship building, but from the information I gathered on NASA's website, it appears that spaceships should have a lot of computers in them. But here's the mechanical flaw spaceship rocket technology has. If we are under conditions of microgravity, quartz minerals cannot produce the vibrations needed for clocks to function. Clocks cannot produce the cycles needed for computers to transmit bits. And spaceships cannot use computers to operate, navigate in space, and definitely not record a video conversation.
Station, this is Florida Atlantic University. How do you hear me?
I have you loud and clear. Hello from the International Space Station.
Hello.
Ready for the event.
We are ready for the event.
Control unit.
Did you say you can see us?
Oh my God.
In February 2016, Scott Kelly successfully checked out the Sidekick application by making the first Skype call from the space station to mission control.
So no gravity means no quartz, no clocks, no computers, and no spaceships. What I just proved is that all of NASA's supposed footage from outer space is staged, and every time they said they sent astronauts out of Earth was a lie. Now think about all the money that NASA received over the years. Do you still trust them to make good use of it? Are you comfortable with the fact that your tax money finances different government agencies who claim they use it for one purpose, but you don't have any ability to verify these claims? What do they really do with all the money? Graphic designers shouldn't cost that much. And what do these people do for a living?
Thank you very much.
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the event.